I know. Is that on there? Oh, yeah, right. That's the issue. Double chin. There you go. There you go. I've got a double that. You just double that. It is 7 o'clock. It's time to call our meeting to order. Amy, please call the roll.
Mr. Marmy?
Present.
Mr. Neely? Mr. Rath?
Here.
Mr. Ryan?
Here.
Ms. Parker?
Here.
Ms. Blind? Present. Mr. Shu?
Present.
Mr. Cost?
Here.
Mr. Hauser?
Here.
Mr. Labutus?
Here. Would you like to stand for the invocation? And then please remain standing for the pledge. Mr. Labutus, only this in the prayer.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, as we come to you in prayer this evening, we thank you for this day that you've given us, the beautiful warm weather that has kept us well over the summer. I just ask that you be with us this evening in our discussions and our conversations, help them to be fruitful, and help us to keep others in mind as we have those conversations. Be with us this evening, bless this meeting, and help us always to keep your vision for our city in our foremost in our thoughts. These things I ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Ms. Blind, would like to introduce our student.
Absolutely. I'd like to welcome McKenna Hughes, fifth grader from Ben Franklin Elementary. Ben Franklin is bringing us the best. So you ready? All right. My pleasure to meet you. One nation.
Thank you very much. You guys can go or you can stay. Next up is caucus. Do we have anything pertaining to the meeting tonight?
Mr. President,
Mr. Marmy.
I make a motion to excuse Mr. Neely.
Motion by Mr. Marmy, second by Mr. Hauser. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. That passes. Minutes of the September 15th meeting, 2025. Do I have a motion? Motion by Mr. Labutus, second by Mr. Hauser. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Appointments, there are none this meeting. Reports of standing committees, finance service without objection will be received and filed. Reports from city officials, Brian Bubb, city auditor, operating report for the period ending September 30th, 2025. Brandon Fox, water administrator, list of properties being sent to the county property tax lien for delinquent water, sewer, and storm water bills totaling $6,714.16. Next up, communications. There are none this meeting. Next up, we have a public hearing 25-18. Amy, please read the public hearing.
Ordinance number 25-18 by Mr. Cost, Mr. Marmy, Mr. Barker, Mr. Labutus, Mr. Rath, Ms. Blind. An ordinance amending portions of the current articles of the zoning code of the city of Newark, Ohio, adopted May 5th, 2009 by ordinance 08-33A and September 5th, 2023 by ordinance 23-22A and September 16th, 2024 by ordinance 24-18A, implementing additional articles of the zoning code of the city of Newark, Ohio.
Okay, further reading of this public hearing is now open. Do we have anybody here to speak for or against this public hearing? Anybody? Okay, we will close this public hearing. Amy, please read it again.
Ordinance number 25-18 by Mr. Cost, Mr. Martin, Mr. Parker, Mr. Labutus, Mr. Rath, Ms. Blind. An ordinance amending portions of the current articles of the zoning code of the city of Newark, Ohio, adopted May 5th, 2009 by ordinance 08-33A and September 5th, 2023 by ordinance 23-22A, and September 16, 2024 by ordinance 24-18A, implementing additional articles of the zoning code of the city of Newark, Ohio.
Heard the reading of 25-18, what is your wish? Mr. Cost makes a motion, do we have a second? Second by Mr. Rath. Yeah, any discussion? Amy, please call the roll.
Mr. Marmy,
Yes.
Mr. Neely, Mr. Rath,
Yes.
Mr. Ryan,
Yes.
Mr. Barker.
Yes.
Ms. Blind,
Yes.
Mr. Shu,
Yes.
Mr. Cost.
Yes.
Mr. Hauser.
Yes.
Mr. Labutus.
Yes.
25-18 passes 9-0. Next up is another public hearing, 25-23. Amy, please read the public hearing.
Ordinance number 25-23 by Mr. Rath, Mr. Cost, Mr. Barker, Mr. Marmy, Mr. Labutus. An ordinance changing the zoning classification of certain real property generally described as 15 Vogel Street, City of Newark, Licking County, Ohio. Parcel tax ID number 054-204468-00.000 from that of CD Conservation Zoning District to CSI Church School Institutional Zoning District, zoning code of the city of Newark, Ohio.
I'm going to open up the public hearing for 25-23. Is there anybody here to speak for or against this? Come on up, please. Name and address. First, keep your minutes, time to 3 minutes, please.
Rochelle Boland Smith, 237 Violet Court. According to the map, this area is right by a river area, and conserved for a purpose. I don't want to see, this being changed from public land, personally. I think, being put up with, especially with some of the problems that have been going on in that vicinity. I think it would not be in the city's best interest to develop that. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else would like to speak for or against this? Okay, we're going to close this public hearing on 25-23. Amy, please read the public hearing again.
Ordinance number 25-23 by Mr. Rath, Mr. Cost, Mr. Barker, Mr. Marmy, Mr. Labutus. An ordinance changing the zoning classification of certain real property generally described as 15 Vogel Street, City of Newark, Licking County, Ohio. Parcel tax ID number 054-204468-00.000 from that of CD Conservation Zoning District to CSI Church School Institutional Zoning District, zoning code of the city of Newark, Ohio.
Further reading of 25-23. What is your wish?
Mr. President,
Mr.
make
Rath,
a motion to adopt 25-23.
Second.
got a motion by Mr. Rath, second by Mr. Ryan. Do we have any discussion?
Mr. President,
Mr. Rath?
this has gone through the planning commission, and the planning commission is recommending that we do not pass this, that it remains a conservation district. For that reason, I'll be voting no on this, so I would encourage the rest of my council members to do the same.
Any other discussion? Okay, Amy, please call the roll.
Mr. Marmy,
No.
Mr. Neely, Mr. Rath,
No.
Mr. Ryan,
No.
Mr. Barker,
No.
Ms. Blind,
No.
Mr. Shu,
No.
Mr. Cost,
No.
Mr. Hauser,
No.
Mr. Labutus.
No.
25-23 fails 9-0. Next up, we have comments from citizens. It's your opportunity to come and speak. Actually, keep your comments to 3 minutes. Do we have anybody that'd like to come and speak? Come on up, man. Just ask for your name and address, please.
Jody Sullivan, 356 West Main Street, and thanks for letting me speak. I stand before you yet again asking that council do something regarding the obnoxious noise coming from across the street from Newark Station. We are seriously fed up with the excessive loud music, the beating of the drums, etc., shaking our windows, pulsating our walls. There's absolutely no reason that when playing to an audience of 50 foot in front of you, that you have to have it at the level of music to be so excessive that it can't even be outside and invades our privacy of our homes. We can't even open our windows, sit on the porch, enjoy our domain, not to mention having to turn up the TV so loud you can't have a conversation. Our dogs can't go to the bathroom, outside to go to the bathroom because of the excessive barking from where trying to figure out where all the noise is coming from. Let's see, we understand that they are trying to have a business there, but to disregard all the residences, just to have music play at such a loud level is there's no call for it. We ask that you guys take into consideration that if it was you, would you expect to be able to have a weekend and an evening to be able to open your doors or sit on your porch without having to listen to it? And when we call the police to get a decimal reading, it takes up to 2 hours, and they shouldn't have to keep coming out playing babysitter. I mean, even while they were there, they got called to a very serious call. And I felt bad for calling, because that's not their job, and it's not like they don't know. You know, they've been told, warned, they get a $250 fine and slap on the wrist, that's nothing to them. It's no big deal to them. So we just pay the fine, keep going, and everybody else suffers for it. And I know that a lot of them are intimidated to even call, they're scared. I'm not intimidated. I'll tell you right now, I'm not. And I'll go face to face with any of them. Cause I feel I pay my taxes, I should be able to have my peace. But to play so loud to where you can hear several streets, and even the officer said they were put on a call way up and they couldn't believe the sound was coming from down there. So please, I ask you guys to consider if it were you, wouldn't you appreciate you guys considering doing something about it? And again, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else like to speak at this time? Okay, next up on the agenda is ordinance on the second reading, 25-27.
Ordinance number 25-27 by Mr. Rath, Mr. Cost, Mr. Barker, Mr. Marmy, Ms. Blind, Mr. Labutus. An ordinance permitting the public building located at 33 West Main Street, Newark, Ohio, property currently owned by the city of Newark City to be leased to private businesses pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 721.23 until such time as the city completes and implements plans for the expansion of the city administration offices and such other public purposes as deemed suitable.
Further reading 25-27, what is your wish?
Mr. President,
Mr. Rath,
make a motion to adopt 25-27.
Second.
got a motion by Mr. Rath, second by Ms. Blind. Do we have any discussion? Amy, please call the roll.
Mr. Marmy,
Yes.
Mr. Neely, Mr. Rath,
Yes.
Mr. Ryan,
Yes.
Mr. Barker.
Yes.
Ms. Blind,
Yes.
Mr. Shute,
Yes.
Mr. Cost.
Yes.
Mr. Hauser.
Yes.
Mr. Labutus.
Yes.
25-27 passes 9-0. Next up is ordinance on the first reading. There are none this meeting. Next up is resolutions on the second reading, 25-59.
Resolution number 25-59 by Mr. Rath, Mr. Cost, Mr. Barker, Ms. Blind, Mr. Marmy, Mr. Labutus. A resolution authorizing and directing the Director of Public Service to negotiate and enter into a new management agreement with 33 West Main LLC to operate the property located at 33 West Main Street, Newark, Ohio, property subject to the appropriation of funds.
Further reading 25-59, what is your wish?
Mr. President,
Mr. Rath,
make a motion to adopt 25-59. Second.
got a motion by Mr. Rath, second by Mr. Cost. Do we have any discussion? Amy, please call the roll.
Mr. Marmy?
Yes.
Mr. Neely? Mr. Rath?
Yes.
Mr. Ryan?
Yes.
Mr. Barker?
Yes.
Ms. Blind?
Yes.
Mr. Shute?
Yes.
Mr. Cost?
Yes.
Mr. Hauser?
Yes.
Mr. Labutus.
Yes.
25-59 passes 9-0. Next up, resolutions on the first reading, 25-60.
Resolution number 25-60 by Mr. Marmy, Mr. Barker, Mr. Cost, Ms. Blind, Mr. Labutus, Mr. Rath. A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor of the city of Newark to prepare and submit to the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, a one-year use of funds action plan, along with an application for fiscal year 2026 federal community development block grant funds as required by 24 CFR Part 91.2220 for various programs related to housing and community development.
25-60 will be held until our next meeting, October the 20th. Next up is 25-62 or 61.
Resolution number 25-61 by Mr. Marmy, Mr. Barker, Mr. Cost, Ms. Blind, Mr. Labutus, Mr. Rath. A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor of the city of Newark to apply for financial support from the state of Ohio 2025 Land and Water Conservation Fund Grant.
25, 61 will be held to our next meeting, October the 20th. Next up is 25-62.
Resolution number 25-62 by Mr. Marmy, Mr. Barker, Mr. Cost, Ms. Blind, Mr. Labutus, and Mr. Rath. A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor of the city of Newark to apply for financial support from the state of Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation Firefighter Exposure to Environmental Elements Grant.
25-62 will be held to our next meeting, October the 20th. Next up is 25-63.
Resolution number 25-63 by Mr. Rath, Mr. Cost, Mr. Barker, Mr. Marmy, Ms. Blind, Mr. Labutus. A resolution authorizing and directing the Director of Public Service to advertise for bids and enter into contracts subject to the appropriation of funds for the purchase and installation of playground equipment at Wells Park.
25-63 will be held to our next meeting, October 20th. And our last one is 25-64.
Resolution number 25-64 by Mr. Marmy, Mr. Barker, Mr. Cost, Ms. Blind, Mr. Labutus, Mr. Rath. A resolution appropriating monies for current expenses of the municipal corporation.
25-64 will be held to our next meeting, October 20th. That completes our ordinance and resolutions tonight. Next up is comments from citizens. Your last opportunity. We have anybody? Come on up.
Richard Bowlesman, 237 Violet Court. I noticed last week that the highway department had tip cards available, as well as other information about sharing the road. It's a project they worked on, I think it was last year. Right after I first started talking about that. I personally was thinking of handing them out, because they're downloadable, for Halloween. But I'd like to see the city, endorsing tip cards for, again, sharing the road, bicycling and that sort of thing. To, make it more accessible to the public. Then also, it was up for discussion about, West Main Street, having pickleball and possibly having a park. Considering that Westinghouse, had, been in that vicinity, it doesn't seem like a safe place for a children's park, especially since there's so many bars around there. I personally don't want to see it, either a children's park, by at least 3-4 bars in the vicinity. It seems like an accident waiting to happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else like to speak? City officials?
Good evening. Just want to speak real quickly to the lien report that you saw. You've probably seen the last 2 months we've submitted those. We've kind of made some change on how we're doing that. We're going to be submitting those every month to the county now to try to reclaim some of those past due balances that people have not paid. So trying to collect on some funds a little quicker and so folks don't sell properties and get out of their water bill. So we'll see those reports more often. That's what's happening. Thanks.
Any other city officials? Law director?
Thank you, President. I would say keep calling the police station. Don't quit. It's the next way.
Yeah, and I'm finally convincing the other ones not to let people intimidate them.
Yeah, so
You know.
keep calling the police.
Yeah.
That's their job. Don't forget about that. If there's something more important going on, I'm glad you understand that, but if they can get there.
I just feel bad for it.
I get it. Also, thank you, President Harris, for coming to Home Court this past Wednesday. Appreciate everyone that shows up to see what we're doing with the program. Encourage anyone every Wednesday at 11. So that'll pass. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Murray?
Thank you, Mr. President. I need to call a finance committee meeting for October the 20th. Also, want to give out condolences. We had a citizen of the city pass away this week, and she would come down here to city council. Her name's Peg Jones. She was a firecracker, and the thing about Peg is you could be on the complete opposite side of an issue. But yet she would still be smiling at the end of it, and she'd still be your best friend at the end of it. And just was passionate about what she had to say. She's gonna be missed, and I appreciated her tremendously, just being somebody in our community. And I want my condolences again, and God bless her and God rest, may her soul be put to rest. Noise ordinance, I will state that here, the city council has done the legislative part, putting legislation in place. And it's just a matter of enforcement, we need to enforce it. You're doing the right thing in calling the police. You're doing the right thing in being understanding that sometimes the police have higher priorities. We appreciate that. We all know that. We all know that we wish, it isn't their job. It is their job, but yet sometimes other priorities take precedence over that. Just like the law director indicated, keep saying it, keep doing what you need to be doing to call the police. Our safety forces are stretched. And so I'm gonna segue into a conversation. We have a 0.5% income tax that is being voted on. And I am just going to share information that I know. There's not a whole lot of communication about it, and I want to be fair to the citizens of Newark and communicate. This is not to increase any of the things that we're currently doing. We're looking at over $1 million deficit if this does not pass. What happens? Well, already we didn't have paving this year, and if it doesn't pass, we won't have paving next year. That's just a downward spiral to our infrastructure in the city of Newark. And it is gonna be devastating. You miss 2 years of paving and it is going to be devastating. And so if we lose our paving, and then we're talking about cuts, 25% in every department. Some departments have nowhere to cut. Over 50% of our budget goes to our safety forces. We're talking about our safety forces being stressed already. We put hiring freezes on because we can't afford to hire anybody because of the deficit that we're in and that we're going to be facing. You think that it's bad now with safety and being response times and things like that. Don't pass this 0.5% increase and it's just going to get worse. The safety of our citizens and our infrastructure are the two highest priorities for having government. This city has done a great job of making sure that those priorities are recognized. But it's also the largest part of the budget, and it's the one that's gonna, those are the two parts that are gonna get impacted the most. Our administration needs to get out there and tell folks what's gonna happen. This is not going to be a good situation. I am going to speak and I'm going to speak loud. I'm as conservative as it comes. I was talking to someone just this evening about saving dimes on things. Do we have to raise it that dime? But yet we need this 0.5%. It is not a matter of luxury. It's a matter of survival. Our community will start to deteriorate if this does not pass. We have not had an increase in years. And the last increase that we did have went 100% to our safety forces. Get the word out. Make sure folks are aware that this is not something that is going to just pad the city, or that the administration is just wanting to spend money, frivolously. No, it's not to pay for the parking garage either. I've heard that one. This is to take care of the men and women in our city that are employed here, because we have cut everywhere else, and we want to make sure that we still employ the best, and that we have sufficient members to take care of police and fire. Now, there's other things that I'm gonna be pounding my drum on as far as things that can be done in the future, as far as trying to help out, but we can't do it quick enough. We need to look at every single model that we have within the entire city and how we are structured and how can we be more efficient. And those need to be looked at. But even if we started looking at them today, it would not be done in time to take care of what we're about ready to face. And it's just gonna get worse as the years go on. So I urge all of you to educate yourself on what actually is going to happen and what this is going towards. And with that, I will pass.
Thank you, Mr. Murray. Mr. Rat?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull something up on my phone here real quick. So tomorrow evening, there is going to be a viewing of a movie called Beyond the Bridge. It's gonna be at Midland Theater, at 6 o'clock, I believe is the time. I may have put down 6 o'clock because it's at 6:30 and I'm always late. But nonetheless, it'll be tomorrow evening. It's a viewing of a movie about how some other much larger cities than ours have addressed the homeless issue. There's some good stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff that we're not able to do, but nonetheless, they are having some success. It is a free to attend. So I've been involved in the steering committee. I'm bringing that movie to Newark. So I want to extend an invitation out to everybody within hearing distance to come on over and attend. Would love to get the word out about the income tax increase. And I can tell as many people as I can, but it'd be nice if we had some signs. There was some sort of campaign. I have not heard anybody talking about it at all. So there aren't any signs out. Feel free to put them in my yard. I always forget this. Doug talked an awful lot about, Mr. Marmy talked an awful lot about safety, and we do have some safety issues going on in the third ward. Not a significant concern right now, but it absolutely will be in the future, and that's traffic. With the addition of all of the units that are being built. I strongly encourage the administration to seriously look at opening up the Cherry Valley Bridge. I know we have a business that's going to be coming in that area, and a business that may quite possibly be willing to invest monies into opening that bridge. I think there's a lot of call for it. I think there's a lot of need for it. I think first responders would also agree that it's an issue. So please open the bridge at Cherry Valley. Mr. Mayor, I know you're not here, but I'm sure you'll hear this. Call service committee meeting for 20th, and with that, I will pass.
Thank you, Mr. Rat. Mr. Ryan?
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, I'd just like to echo Mr. Mommy on the income tax. I'm not for raising taxes either. But I believe our income tax is 1.75%, which is considerably lower than really any other city our size. So it'll only be about 2.25% if it passes. And I think Columbus is like 2.75, so it'll be considerably less than, I know we're not the size of Columbus, but we are the lowest income tax rate on the list that I've seen of cities. So, with that, I support it, pass.
Thank you, Mr. Parker.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a couple things, as Mr. Marmy said, he is one of the most conservative ones on here. And as I spoke with someone probably a month ago about the income tax, they said to me, there's no way Newark's doing an income tax because Doug Marmy wouldn't let that happen. And I said, no, Doug understands, Doug is on board. And yes, he is the most conservative member. He wants the finances like a dog, like a hawk. But at the same time, when over 50% of your budget goes to 2 different departments, you've got to have additional revenue coming in to support those, because the same fire truck that we buy today doesn't cost the same as it did 10 years ago. And, I think some of us have run some numbers. I think, the impact of the additional 0.5% is around $12 a month. To the average Newark taxpayer, additional. So I do hope as well that the administration, including the mayor, will hopefully start talking about this more. I know I've started talking about it to my constituents in my ward, Mr. Marmy has as well. I know he and I attend a watch group together, and we both talked about it the last 2 times at that with those people. And they've started talking to their people in their neighborhood about it. And when you start talking about it and understand what the actual ramifications are, people who were a no become a yes. So communicate. One other thing I want to mention is one thing that Mr. Marmon actually spoke about earlier before the meeting started is we are still unfortunately have not seen any of the tax dollars from the marijuana dispensaries here in the city. We have 3. Back 2023, the state, the voters passed issue 2, which mandated a percentage of the taxes they collect to go back to municipalities. The state house seems to be holding that up. I know I've written to I've met and I've written to both of our local state representatives. I would encourage my fellow members of council to do that as well. I've encouraged people in the community to do that as well. That's a lot of money that could be coming to Newark specifically, having 3 of them, that could help. Every dollar helps. So that is something desperately that needs to be changed, but at the state level. One other thing, I know Mr. Martin mentioned parking garage, and I forgot to mention it last month, but Light the Night Cruising, we had a great turnout for that event here in downtown, and I was happy to see that when I came down, probably around 11:30 noon, 2.5 floors of the parking garage were utilized. And people were just pouring in from the side streets. Every parking spot, I think, on Church Street was full. So it was a great day for downtown and hopefully for the businesses in the arcade. Got some business as well. I know we've got to work through some parking for those tenants next year, but we'll work through that. So with that, I will stop rambling and I'll pass.
Thank you, Ms. Blunt.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Marmy, thank you for speaking with clarity to such an important issue. There is sadly misinformation going on about this possible tax increase, and we need plain, straight talk to be communicated to the public to combat misinformation. And so please, I just encourage our administration, however you would do it, to get the word out of just that absolute necessity that this passes. I want to thank our officers. They have been spot on, and to think if the residents who called and they said, well, they can't come. And another response would be, well, we don't have anybody on. What would we do? What would people do? There's been significant activity in the South End where the officers they've been doing a great job. We need them to keep doing a great job. And so I appreciate them. Now, thank you, Ms. Sullivan, for coming. I was there, and you know, she was very patient, great person. I have to say much more than I was because I was trying to listen to her speak to me and I couldn't hear her because it was so loud. And when the officers were able to arrive, the decibel meter was over 70. And that was probably nearly 2 football fields away from the concert venue. And so I don't know, and speaking with the residents behind the venue that were 50 feet away, I know that they were really going through difficulty as well. And so I would like to thank our officers for coming. Sadly, they weren't able to complete the visit just because there was a horrible crisis that had taken place. So you know, God bless them. They went off, they did what they were supposed to do. And so when we understood that, you know, there probably wouldn't be the opportunity for another call because all the officers were doing what they needed to do. So in looking at the sound ordinance itself, there are some opportunities to revisit it and to build it from the front. People have done a great job with great integrity to get where we are. But we need to bring greater accountability to the venues themselves. And not put it on the backs of the citizens or police officers. They're doing what they need to do. So with that, I thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Shute,
Thank you, Mr. President. I will pass.
Mr. Cost,
I would like to encourage people to attend the movie tomorrow night at Midland. It is about the homeless issue and about how different cities, different areas have been working to solve the issue, and I think it'll be a worthwhile evening. That'll pass.
thank you. Mr. Hauser,
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to thank Mr. Marmy for kind of bringing up the attention to the fact that, you know, in absence of the tax increase passing, we're going to see reductions, whether that's, you know, budget cuts. We've already seen an impact on our paving budgets for this year and next year, and it's right about that being a significant setback. I mean, you could make the argument beforehand, you would argue, say to me all the time, wow, the city's behind in paving, we have a lot of streets to be paved, and that's before, you know, 2 full years of not really seeing that. We're gonna put ourselves in a hole. I appreciate you highlighting that, because I could not agree more. You're gonna see cuts and reductions, and that needs to be highlighted for sure. So that'll pass.
thank you, Mr. Labutus.
Mr. President, thank you. I will echo what some of my other counterparts have said. It is vital that we pass the tax increase in the fall, in November. As I mentioned before, when we pass legislation to actually get this on the ballot, that's it. No one wants to be in this position. No one wants to ask for additional tax money. But we're there, but we're at that point. I think we've tasked each of our unit budget managers to be responsible with their budgets and make their cuts before we've gotten to this point to have to ask. So as far as the internal cuts have gone and tried to spend responsibly, that's already happened. We've already done that. So we're at the point where we need to look at an increase. So talk to your neighbors, talk to your loved ones, and support it in November. Then I will pass it.
Thank you. I want to encourage everyone, if you haven't gone to home court, you should at least go one time. It wasn't nothing what I thought it was going to be. It was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And it was just encouraging to see them to help get people on their feet and moving forward. So it was interesting. Our next meeting is October 20th. Early voting starts tomorrow, so start voting. And do I have a motion? Motion by Mr. Cost, second by Mr. Hauser. All in favor, say aye.